Hello, beautiful collective. You're about to discover something new. You're about to discover something new. And I'm actually hearing a hidden gem. And whatever this is very central to the core identity of you. It's very this is hard to put into words what they're telling me. It's very essential to your being and the makeup of your soul. And this is going to be different for every single one of you. For a lot of you, this has to do with your ability to manifest. I'm hearing your manifestation power. And how that energy, I'm literally seeing like Kundalini energy. So I'm seeing like this red string of energy, but it's like thick. It's like a wire, well, not a wire. It's like a rope almost, like this thick string of energy going up from your root chakra all the way up to your head, like in the middle of your spine. And it actually has this yellow lining around it. I really feel like this message is going to be all over the place, so bear with me because there are so many different counterparts to this message. That's the best way that I can explain it. But I'm hearing your energy is being ignited at this time. I'm seeing the Page of Wands in my mind's eye, like your creative spark. But the way that this energy is going to show up and how you're going to perceive it and experience it is going to be different for every single one of you. I'm seeing fireworks. Y'all, this message is going to be a little spicy too. Okay, because the way that they were throat chakra, the way that I feel like that is significant too. Like whatever this is, whatever you're about to discover has been like a blockage for you in some way. And it's going to take me a second to get to the root of this message because, like I said, I'm seeing so many different pathways. I'm seeing a maze, like this message. And they're saying this maze is representative of all of you guys' different paths and, you know, how you experience the world, how you experience life. This is also a representation of thought patterns, like you guys' thought patterns and how like your thoughts are kind of a maze right now. You guys could be receiving a lot of information at this time, a lot of sacred information, and I'm hearing it's going to take you time to digest it. But this is all conducive to this hidden gem, to this new thing that you are discovering. Oh, this message is so like, it's almost like, I don't even know, like it's so hard for me to, let's see, let me tap back in. Okay, so for a lot of you guys, this I really think that a lot of you guys could be having a Kundalini awakening. And, well, let's not say a lot. A portion of you guys could be having a Kundalini awakening. And that is a pathway for some of the people in this collective. I'm hearing like a spontaneous one too. Like this isn't something that you're trying to do or something that is planned. It's just going to happen. And it's going to reroute you. Specifically when it comes to your career path. So a new part of you is waking up. That's what they're telling me. Like this, whatever this is, it's very central to who you are as a person. And Okay, they want me to talk about this. I was trying to avoid it because I want to be careful with how I talk about it because I don't want this video to get taken down, but you guys could just have like a very spiritual experience in the bedroom. If you are like with your divine counterpart, or you know, your soulmate, or someone that you do feel connected to on a soul level, you guys could have like a spiritual awakening in the bedroom. And they're saying like an O. So for those of you, and this could also be that, it could also be that some of you guys haven't met that person yet and you're about to meet that person. And when you do, and you guys are intimate, you may, for those of you who have never experienced an O in the bedroom, you may have an O, and that leads to like a Kundalini awakening for both of you guys, because you guys are going to be moving that sacral energy, that creative energy up and through you, right? And they want me to make sure I say that it's not going to be painful, because there is this, there's a small percentage of, there's like this, I can't get this out. This is actually hard for me to talk about. I think I'm working through a block as well when it comes to talking about intimacy and that energy. But shoot, what was I saying? Oh, there's this rhetoric or this false paradox within this spirituality when it comes to Kundalini awakenings, that it's painful. Which I've heard that it can be for some people, but Spirit is saying this isn't going to be painful. They're actually telling me that it's actually painful when you force it to happen instead of allowing it to happen naturally. For you guys, it's going to happen naturally. And this is going to be something that like awakens you and like sparks something within you. And if you experience this with another person, then within that person as well. And I'm hearing it's going to lead to manifestation power. Like you're going to unlock a dormant part of you in your energy. Let me get some coffee. This message is insane. They're showing me, okay, hold on. They're showing me that scene from Twilight. It's actually not from Twilight. It's the last movie. It's Breaking Dawn Part 2. When Edward and Bella, yeah, when she turns into a vampire. And so one could say that she's in her truest form because she's never felt normal as a human. Like she never felt like she was who she, I'm not gonna go into that, but when they have sex, or can I say that on here? Shoot. Oh, that doesn't get taken down. When they have, she glows. Like there's like this moment where they're both glowing, and that's the scene that they're showing me. For some of you guys, let me tap into this because I want to make sure I give this message. Okay, for some of you guys, you're going to tap into this power on your own. It's not necessarily going to come, it's like you're having an awakening of your creative energy, and it's also going to be spontaneous. So you might not end up doing this with a partner. It might just be that I'm seeing like a purple string of light coming down like from the crown chakra. And this makes a lot of sense because earlier I was having so much pressure in like the center of my head, and I was like, why the hell am I feeling so much pressure there? And they're saying there's going to be this it's going to come from your crown, right, which is this chakra right above your head, which is what you use to connect to the divine and to receive higher messages. That's also how we're able to, well, I think that's more of your third eye chakra. That's part of the reason why we're able to connect psychically and like read energy and everything. It's coming from like being connected to something bigger than us. So that string of light is going to come down through you, and you're going to be receiving information. And they're showing me the maze again. You're going to be receiving information. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. That unlocks because they're showing me the maze, and they're showing me how the maze is like adjusting. So in the maze is like your thought patterns. So the maze is going to adjust, and your thought patterns are going to change as you're receiving new information. And there's something about your DNA structure. This is a very spiritual message. Something about your DNA structure is going to like change, or like the codes in your DNA. And this is actually going to be happening over time. But because you're open to, like, there are going to be certain processes that you go through that might not make sense. Or like, you might start showing up differently without having to put too much effort into it. And it's because you're receiving these codes. This is especially for you if you've been having very prominent like third eye palpitations and like pressure on the top of your head. If you've been tired too and sleeping a lot, and if you've been having very vivid dreams, or you've been having spirits visiting you in your dream space. Is Mercury retrograde yet? I think it is. I think that's why I'm talking like this. But yeah, they're telling me your DNA structure is going to be changing, and your thoughts are going to be shifting. The way that you're going to be showing up is going to be different. And dormant parts of you are going to be awakening. I need another sip of coffee. For some of you guys, there could be something that you're afraid to do, and then you just do it. And you're like, where did the fear go? And it's like, it could still be there, but it's not as strong. It's because your soul and your higher calling, your connection to the divine, is stronger than any fear that you might feel. It's like your divinity is overpowering like your like more human fears, if that makes sense. Like for instance, okay, I want to give an example. For me, I've always wanted to travel. I'm still kind of feeling into that energy and seeing how I want to travel, how much I want to travel. But I was always someone that was kind of afraid to like travel on my own. But now when I think about it, I don't really feel that fear as much, because in my it's like my body feels more regulated and I feel more safe. My nervous system feels more regulated and I feel more safe. And so when I think about traveling, I'm like, well, if something happens, like I know I'm protected, and like I know that I'm guided. Like maybe if I get lost, or if I get confused when I am somewhere, or if I go to a country where I don't, know how to speak the language, it's like, well, I have tools that I can use to help me navigate those spaces. And those being in those spaces and going on that journey will make me stronger, right? And that is an example of how your thought patterns are going to be changing, and like certain parts of you are going to be unlocking. And these parts that are going to be unlocking are going to be helping you along your journey and along your path. There's something here about you discovering, I'm hearing like love is more powerful than fear. You could have been someone who really lived a lot of their life in fear and was scared to step outside of your comfort zone. And I'm even hearing struggling to believe in yourself. And those parts of you are like non-existent now. Like they still exist, but they're not at the forefront of your life anymore. That is also how you know this message is for you, because you've changed at such a fast rate that sometimes you can't even really conceptualize how much you've changed, because you just did. Like you're so used to who you are now, and like you're inhabiting this body that you can't really, like you can but you can't feel into the energy that you used to reside in. It's like a distant memory now, or like a shadow, it's like a how do I say this? If you guys are still here and like bearing with me through this message, like you're an OG, I love you. But yeah, you can't really connect to that energy anymore, and it could be a little disorienting because certain things don't affect you like they used to, and it's because you're inhabiting your soul is inhabiting your body more. They're showing me like how they're showing me like a ball of energy floating above your head and it just like dropping into your body. So you could have always been like on the outskirts of like your reality. Let me explain that. So like you could have been viewing your life from like a third person perspective and not actually living it. You could have been like observing life like not from your body, like you weren't in your body. You could be someone who disassociated a lot, or like you've had a lot of trauma, and so you were just kind of on autopilot, like trying to survive. And now it's like you're in your body and like you're grounded and like you're living and you're like, okay, this is how I feel today. Like you're in your body so much. I can't explain the feeling. You know what I mean? I feel like you know what I mean. But there are even more parts of you that you're going to be inhabiting and like showing up in. And this has a lot to do with your creative energy. For some of you guys, you could have had like an uptick in your like libido and you've been feeling a little bit more spicy. You could have even like being more intimate with people. That could be a thing. And when I say that, they're saying like it's more of in like an empowered way. They're saying there's something about your life that you're going to go into a season of your life, or something in your life is going to happen that you could not have predicted whatsoever, because the older version of you, because you are like a butterfly now, like you're no longer the caterpillar. An older version of you wouldn't have been able to do what you're about to do, or like be the person that you're about to be, or allow what's about to happen, because I feel like your soul is calling you to do things at this time. I feel like this is a whole nother message that I need to do. But your soul could be calling you to do certain things at this time, and you're like, I actually am not scared to do that anymore. And like an old version of you would have been. And so it's like there's something that's going to happen that you cannot, like you couldn't have predicted, because you weren't even allowing yourself to go there at the time. Because for a lot of you guys, you were in survival mode, and you know, you're just trying to get by, and so you weren't thinking about all of these amazing things that you could do, or the person that you could actually be, because you were afraid. I'm getting this with moving too. Like you could have been afraid to move to a specific place, and now you're like open to it. New York is really coming through strongly. Like New York is like one of the only places that's coming through. So for some of you guys, you could be wanting to move to New York, but yeah, like you were afraid to do that. And now, and that might not even be the case right now. Like you might have not even thought about, because something is about to happen that's unpredictable. So that could be something, you could wake up one morning and like be like, I'm gonna move to New York. And like an old version of you, or like you think back to who you were like 6 months ago, and you're like, I could have never predicted that I would actually do that. There's like certain parts of you that are unlocking at this time. And they're giving me archetypes. Like they're saying like the warrior version of you, the fearless version of you, the sensual version of you. Like there are certain parts of like yourself that you're uncovering, and it's exciting. Because you couldn't have, it's like you didn't even know these parts of you existed, or like that you could show up in this way. I'm hearing you're not the person you used to be. Don't get it confused. Y'all, my clairaudience has been like so strong recently. It's really heightened over the past couple months. Like I hear like constant chatter in my brain. Like, am I just like hearing my guides like talking all the time? But I'm seeing museums as well. There's something here about artwork. Someone's art could get featured in a museum. There's also something that's going to happen in your life that you didn't realize you could attract or call in, and it has something to do in the realm of your career. So you could hit a new milestone or receive an opportunity of some kind. Excuse me. I'm seeing the Ace of Pentacles in my mind's eye. And whatever this is could really skyrocket you. I'm seeing the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, they want me to pull a couple cards. Y'all, I just saw 2022 on the odd timestamp. The year 2022 could be significant. There could be something that you wanted to do during that year, like you thought about doing, that you end up doing, or like that's the year that you went into hibernation, isolation. That came through as well. Oh, let me show you this deck. I took out the box. My runes deck came in from Paris. Oh my god, I feel so bougie. Look at it. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Look at the cards, y'all. They're such good quality. They better be, because this deck was a little bit more pricey than I would, you know. Look how pretty these cards are. I love them. I feel like a queen. I hope that this message made sense. Like, I feel like it was kind of all over the place, but I'm seeing a wedding as well. Like, I'm seeing someone in a wedding gown. For some of you guys, you could be getting married, and you like fast, like within I'm getting like within a year, like you couldn't have predicted that as well as coming through. There's something about your capacity expanding, like, because I said you were unlocking different parts of yourself, right? So it's like, in other terms, or in other words, like you're allowing more like there's more space open for you to be who you actually are, and for you to move forward. I'm also seeing like ropes being tied to you, and like them being like cut. And so you could have felt tied to your past in some way, or tied to certain people in some way, and those ropes, those strings have been cut. And this is allowing you to move forward, and in you moving forward, you're going to be discovering new things about yourself, because you're not holding on to the person you used to be. You're not holding on to your past. You're really ready to move forward in a way that 2222, in a way that you didn't even think was possible. Like, the version of you 6 months ago would be so proud of you. Even 3 months ago would be so proud of who you are right now. Yeah, I'm seeing like these little restaurants in New York. Hold on. I love these cards. Yes, transformation, renewal. Yeah. Look at that card, y'all. It's so pretty. Yeah, you've transformed so much. We're just going to get a couple of these, and I'm going to pull from a different deck. I think I'm going to pull from the manifestation deck. Uh-oh. I'm going to pick this one. Oh, that's a lot too. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I also just want to say thank you so much for being here. Like, if you've watched it to this point, like, I appreciate you so, so much. And I'm so, so grateful for you. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Heritage possessions. Yes. Oh my God, there's something about like you unlocking dormant gifts from your lineage as well. Parts of yourself that you didn't even know existed, parts of your lineage that you didn't even know existed. For some of you guys, this could be psychic gifts that you're unlocking. They just told me that this is actually a 2-part message. So I think that there's actually more that wants to come through. But I'm still allowing it to digest a little bit. And so we are going to go deeper into this and probably in the next message or a couple messages down the road. I feel like this is a, I don't know, say, again, like there's so many different counterparts to this message, but this is like the overall theme. And this is actually something that's going to be unfolding over the next 6 months is what they're telling me. The number 6 could be significant because I keep saying 6 months. You could be seeing 666. There could also be something that you're integrating right now into your routines that's significant. I'm saying journaling. Nature could be significant too, like hiking or walking. Something that's helping you ground into this new energy because you have gone through a very big transformation. Let me see if there's anything else I want me to say before I close out this message. Sometimes they talk to me in riddles and I'm like, I don't know if I should even. Okay, this is very specific, but it's coming through. So they just said 2 things are true and 1 thing is not. So there could be something that someone's said to you recently, or like maybe something that you're believing about yourself or something that you want to do. And Spirit is like 2 things are true and 1 thing is not. Isn't that like a game that you can play with someone? 2 truths, 1 lie. Oh God, that's what it is. 2 truths and 1 lie. That game could be significant. I don't know, y'all. Take it how it resonates. Okay, we're gonna pull from the manifesting deck to close this out. I love the simplicity of this deck. I'm looking at this card again with heritage and possessions, and I'm hearing like there's natural gifts that you have that you don't even realize that you have. And for some of you guys, you use these on a daily basis and you don't even realize you're using them. I'm getting like reading energy is 1, like being able to read a room. I feel like you guys are very intuitive. Blessed growth. Stay firmly rooted in your intentions and reach for the sky. Did I not say earlier that the sky is the limit? Did I say that? If I didn't, I was thinking it. I said something about the sky. I nurture my dreams. I'm hearing the possibilities are endless. Such a pretty card. Yeah, like you're growing so much. You've grown so much. Okay, last 2 cards and we're going to close it out, you guys. Rhythm of life. Feel manifestation as a sacred dance with the universe. I move in time with spirit. Yeah, you guys are definitely getting downloads at this time. Or visions of your future. I'm really drawn to the moon here too. The eclipse coming up could be very significant for you. Like, I feel like you're about to be, they're showing me like God's hand, like taking you and plucking you out of the ground like a plant and like taking you somewhere else and like letting you like, that's why 6 months was coming through, because of the eclipse energy you feel like 6 months after, like prior to the eclipse. So there's a lot of changes that are going to be happening within the next 6 months, internally and externally. Aspire higher, think expansively, and the cosmos conspires to grant your wishes. I create my own destiny. I was seeing a puzzle pieces in meditation too, and this has puzzle pieces on it. I love that. Oh, the pathway too. All this is so significant. Aspire higher, think expansively, and the cosmos conspires to grant your wishes. I create my own destiny. Yeah, there's something about you guys like expanding your mind right now. And thinking beyond what you thought was possible for yourself. Okay. Okay. I hope this message resonated. Please let me know, if you want to, what you've been uncovering about yourself or what you do uncover within the next coming months. I love you and I hope this resonated.